Good day and welcome to the Sport Rep Show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and I'll be your host for today. Once again, unpacking the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. We are here at the Hage Geingob Rugby Stadium, and it's not just any ordinary day. Of course, there is a big launch coming up today here at this stadium. Of course, let's enjoy some of the latest on the hit list. Well, as we said, we are coming from the Hage Geingob Stadium, and today on the hit list we have the Creative Sport Tourism Expo taking place, of course, here in the capital city, and the launch was today, and Brian Munango was there and has this for us.
They say that when three forces come together, something extraordinary happens. It's called experiences. And experiences is the currency of the modern world. If you really think about it, it's what social media is about. Whether you like it or not, it's about experiences. But experiences has to be a lot more than just something we look at the small little screen. It has to be touchable and tangible. And that's why the expo, in its raw format of being on the field, being dressed down today, that's the closest I can get to sports, by the way, to make sure that we really experience it and not just view it on some small screen. So from 2 to 4 September at the iconic Hage Geingob Stadium, we'll bring this vision of ours to life. For 3 days, the stadium will transform into a vibrant hub of culture, competition, learning, and celebration. My favorite saying, don't tell me, show me. We expect over 200 exhibitors, both indoor and outdoor, to showcase the best of our creative industry, sporting innovation, tourism destination, and of course, lifestyle experiences. Visitors will experience the finer art of hospitality and flavors, not just of the Republic of Namibia, but our region. We are sons and daughters of Africa, as we sang a bit earlier. Not just about the warmth and the excellence of our Namibian hospitality, but also about the richness of our culture, tasting the experiences of our food, and as I said earlier, not just of Namibia, but the wider region. I call this the 10 degrees south world. We invite one and all to join us on this 10 degrees south journey to celebrate in Namibia at Hage Geingob this wonderful experience. We intend to have over 20 workshops that will focus on these 3 sectors to share information, to empower our communities with more information so that they can make better decisions. Because CST is not just about showcasing talent, it's about growing talent, it's about sharing information and creating opportunity. A lot of our engagement will be live. We don't just want to talk about sports, we want to play sports. We don't want to just talk about drama, we want to have drama. We don't just want to have a choir sing in front here, or we want choir competitions. We don't just want people to talk about what we do. We talk way too much like I'm doing right now. Under the creative pillar, the CST will come alive with culture and performances. We believe that this will redefine not just the Republic of Namibia, but this wonderful city called Windhoek as well. The city has a lot more to offer, and I do live in the city. It's my hometown. So how do we make our hometown a better place for all? We will host 3 live music events, bringing together artists and performers across the region. These performances will celebrate the depth and diversity of our drama, of our arts, our dance and culture. But CST is also about something that's very, very close to my personal heart: family. The core of any community is family. And so families are the foundations of communities and our culture. We'll make sure that the concept of family is celebrated by all. And so one of our highlights from the Tourism Expo has been our bridal competition. And not the only form of defining family, but a wedding is a celebration of a family starting. And given that this is our first year as CST, we really want to make sure that we symbolize that experience of starting something. And so this year, the bridal competition will expand beyond the Republic of Namibia's borders, and we'll invite people from close to us, not too far, to please participate as well. Last but most importantly, when we grow together stronger as people, as a region, it does bring us together. And there's very few things that bring people together more than sports does. And therefore, the celebration of sport has to be a key part of what we do. So under the banner of the hashtag Games, we will host 10 different sporting codes to participate in more than 20 sporting events. Allow us to roll them out in the next 45 days. So please let's not go into that detail. We expect more than 3,000 athletes to participate in these 20 games in terms of 10 different sport codes. We believe that there is place for the very young. Now, that doesn't mean someone that's 10 and younger. Early childhood development is a critical part of what we believe is key for our future. We also believe in the younger, that means high school children. And then we also believe in us that are a bit older, but not as old as I am. It's called the clubs. And between those three, we believe that we will have more than enough participation. We do know that the very elderly, like myself, will maybe challenge the system and say, where do we fit in? Please come talk to us. We understand the power of the masters. But remember, sports is not just entertainment. It is a way of bringing communities together and, by definition, families. And so when we look at the stadium and what we do here, because this is our second home, we will, going forward, contribute and encourage the concept of how do families come and enjoy events. Something that we should work a lot harder. Sports builds communities. Sports inspires the young. Sports creates heroes. Sports connects nations. It's the magic of CSD. We expect over 18,000 people to visit us over the 3 days. That will bring energy, curiosity, and pride. Families will explore new experiences. And the energy of the young will discover opportunities which I haven't even thought of. Athletes always come with passion, and tourism, like always, builds the next chapter to travel into Africa and the world. This is a very, very powerful combination. And that's why 3 times 3 times 3 is maybe 9 times 9 times 9. Please join us in this wonderful opportunity of atmosphere, energy, but also pride. We call it discovering the untamed treasures of Namibia. Treasures of culture, treasures of talent and innovation. We invite all our neighbors, neighboring countries, and friends of Namibia to join us in this celebration. So, in conclusion, make time 2 to 4 September. Be here. The door is open. Come and celebrate the future with us. For the exhibitors, CST is a stage. For athletes, it's an arena. For entrepreneurs, it's a marketplace. For the young, it's inspiration. And for us visitors, it's an unforgettable experience. Let's celebrate together this wonderful country called the Republic of Namibia. I invite you all. I smiled when we stood out here today because it is my last statement. Join us to experience the wonderful sun of Namibia. Thank you.
Youth empowerment and inclusive growth. And this is why Her Excellency the President, Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, our President, has consistently highlighted the role of sports, culture, and creativity in nation building, youth development, and economic transformation. And that is why the Arts Council has been allocated 50 million Namibian dollars, an amount never allocated to the arts industry before, to try to create this sector and this industry. The vision of our president reflects a Namibia where sport is not only a tool for health and unity, but also an industry that creates opportunities for athletes, event organizers, broadcasters, and tourism operators alike. And although there are the elderly like Mr. Botha there who says they're not included, I'm sure we can find a space for the elderly as well. Similarly, the creative industries, which include film, music, design, digital media, and cultural expression, are increasingly recognized as strategic sectors capable of generating employment, promoting Namibian identity, and we do need the Namibian identity to be exported. I'm tired of explaining where we are and what we do, what our country is like. We need to do more. And that is why we feel these sectors are strategic in promoting us and launching us onto the global stage. The Creative Sports Tourism Expo speaks directly to this national vision. By bringing together tourism, sport, and creativity, this initiative helps translate policy into practical opportunity. It creates a space where ideas become partnerships, partnerships become investments, and investments become jobs for all Namibians. In doing so, CST contributes meaningfully to the broader national agenda of building a diversified and resilient economy, one that empowers our youth, supports innovation, and positions Namibia as a dynamic destination for global experiences. Distinguished guests, achieving this vision requires partnership. As you know, the government cannot do it alone. The private sector also cannot do it alone. Creative entrepreneurs, athletes, and tourism operators can also not do it alone. Success will come through collaboration, as well as synergy creation across innovation and through our shared commitment to position Namibia as a destination of experiences. I would therefore like to commend the organizers of CST Expo for their vision and leadership in bringing this initiative to life. Because Namibian experiences are unique. I don't know how many of you can recall, I'm not from the coast, I'm not born in Erongo, but the first time I experienced the Namib Desert, or experienced Sandwich Harbor, and I go back multiple times, that first time is still so unique. It's an experience that you can't really fathom into words. So we must not only launch today this very initiative that is very progressive, but we are also launching a platform for growth, creativity, and national opportunity. Namibia is always known for its beauty, and now it's time for the world to know Namibia for its experiences, its creativity, its sporting excellence, and its vibrant culture. With these remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest honor at this juncture to declare my support and that of the Ministry of ICT and by large the Government of the Republic of Namibia for this initiative and to wish the Creative Sport Tourism Expo every success as it grows into a platform of national and international significance. See you between the 2nd and the 4th of September 2026 right here at the Hage Geingob, iconic Hage Geingob Stadium. I thank you very much for your kind attention.
Well, as we know, the Namibia Premier Football League continues this weekend, and there are, of course, important matchups. One of the matchups that we'll be looking and anticipating will be Tigers FC, one of the oldest clubs in the Namibia Premier League, that are confronting two of the Rundu Giants, which is Rundu Chiefs and Julinho Sporting. Of course, these matches are important for Tigers because they are fighting relegation, as well as Rundu Chiefs themselves. Julinho not so far away, even though they have been recording a few positives from their point of view there. Now let's hear from some of the coaches in terms of the Premier League.
Good morning, Jesse. Yeah, thank you so much. Tough weekend, deciding weekend, if you ask me, because we are playing against fellow strugglers, Rundu Chiefs. Julinho managed to navigate their way out of danger with a stupendous run that they put together ever since the resumption of the league and the year. So yeah, it's a big ask. We are struggling at the moment. Managed to get from a possible 18 points, we only managed to get 6, which is 6 games, 6 in 6. That's what we got. We have to live with it. We understand. I think we did well against Ongos. I think, in my opinion, we're supposed to win that game. We're supposed to win the game against UNAM, conceded in the very last minute of the game. and equalizer. So we did well. Managed to beat Nampol. Managed to, and then we hit a we were hit for 6 against African Stars, and then we managed to and then we lost again to Bucks, and then we managed to salvage a point against Okanya United. So yeah, 6-6, not good. We wanted more, but it was not meant for us. So now it means that we need to go and win all the remaining games for us to stay afloat. Some would call it mission impossible. I'm one of the people that say that it's not over until it's over. So we give ourselves a chance. The only thing that I ask from the players and the management, that they keep calm and we don't put ourselves under tremendous pressure, because the pressure is already there. So yeah, all in all, we are well prepared. Clean bill of health. I think everybody's available. Some are on suspensions, so they might not play the next day or whatever the case might be. But we are ready, and we believe the spirit is good. Belief is good. So yeah, it's all systems go, and we are looking forward to this one. Yeah, it's a weekend that I think it will be a decider whether we stay up or we still have a fighting chance going into the weekend of the 28th and the 29th against 28th and 29th against Blue Waters and in the 11 Arrows in Morefish Bay. So 6 more games to go, and we are ready for it. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay.
Well, the Commerce Netball League has returned, and there are, of course, important matchups taking place here in the capital city. Now, let's look at the fixtures, of course, as they come for this weekend. This is Group A, Court A division. We have the third division here, Afrocat Lions versus United A. Third division, that will be at Court B, which is Khomanati Fela versus Young Generations. Those matches are at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we have, of course, at 9:30, the second division will be Zebra Force versus Afrocat Lions B. And then third division, of course, we have TC Gladiators versus NAST. And then we go to the third division, where we have United B versus Cow. And third division, again, NTF Windhoek versus Okamita United. Then we have third division, Afrocat Lions Windhoek City, Super 10 United B versus NAST. Those matches are at 12:30. And then 14:30, we have the second division, Afrocat Lions versus Tigers. Third division, Tigers C Gladiators and United B. 15:30 there we have the second division, again Black Africa versus Tura Magic, of course. Some important matches from the Super 10, so you can enjoy some of the big ones there at the Wanderer Sports Ground. Well, we also have news from Okahanja United, Congo Hinjo, the chairman of the club there, as well as the entire club, writing to the Namibia Football Association, expressing their dismay over the situation or judgment that was taken by the Football Association, of course, where they are requesting that the NFA indeed recalls the decision they made in terms of a match that was supposed to be played between Young African FC and Okahanja United FC after a brawl took place. So the NFA had offered for a replay. However, the Okahanja United team feel that the decision needs to be revised, because of course the NFA stating that the decision to have the match replayed was due to the unstable conditions of the match. However, they feel they have a case in terms of the disciplinary action needed to be taken and needed to be confirmed in terms of what happened there, and could bring another decision out of the NFA, which is not a replay. So they have asked the NFA or a stay of execution for the NFA to stop and not go ahead with the match to be replayed on 28 March. Well, our international correspondent Ario Khat is on standby to give us the latest international sports news. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, it is goodbye.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It is Champions League, the best of Europe. It is the round of 16, the next set of 4 games that was played, mostly the English Premier League clubs that battled in these games. Most notably it was Manchester City. They played against Real Madrid, and it was Real Madrid that won that game by 3-0. So it is Manchester City that take a big deficit into the next round. The second leg that will be played this next week, Tuesday the 12th of March, that's a home game for Manchester City. In other games, it was Chelsea that had a tough game in Paris against Paris Saint-Germain, the defending champions, and they lost 5-2. So also taking a big deficit home for next week when they play at home against PSG again. And then other results, it's Arsenal that played to a 1-1 draw. That was a away game against Leverkusen, and also a good result for Bodø Glimt. They from Norway, and they beat Sporting by 3-0. Moving on to tennis news, it is the Indian Wells tournament that continues. The best WTA, ATP men's and women's players in action there. On the men's side of the draw, it was a surprise. It was Jack Draper. He's 14th seeded, and he beat Novak Djokovic, the 3rd seed, by 4-6, 6-4 and 7-6. That's in the round of 16, and he will play against Daniel Medvedev in the quarterfinals. Other result in the men's side of the draw, number 1 seed Carlos Alcaraz. He's safely through, beating Casper Ruud by 6-1 and 7-6. In the women's side of the draw, 3rd seed Elena Rybakina, she was too good for Sonia Kartel, 6-4, 6-3 she won, and also Jessica Pegula, number 5 seed, she's through, and she beat Belinda Bencic 6-3 and 7-6. It will be Rybakina and Pegula that will play in the quarterfinals. Closing off today's international sports news, it is golf news. One of the big tournaments of the year on the men's golf calendar is the Players' Championship. It starts on Thursday. Still not confirmation if the defending champion Rory McIlroy will tee it up in the first round. He's got a back injury. He had to withdraw in this previous weekend in the Arnold Palmer Invitational before the third round, and he's said that his back is improving. He's hit some balls on the practice range, but he will confirm closer to his tee-off time if he will play in the tournament. And other South Africans, or there's 3 South Africans playing in the tournament. That's Christian Besaidnout, also Garrick Hugo and Aldrich Potgieter. The final round will be played on Sunday, and that's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day. We talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.